Welcome to 5-Word Life. Before we get into episodes, before we get into topics and titles and the conversations that are coming, I want to take a few minutes to tell you exactly what this is, what you are signing up for, and why it exists, because you deserve to know what you are walking into. This is not a self-help podcast. Self-help implies something is broken. Nothing about you is broken. You are just carrying things that were never properly addressed, and nobody ever gave you a language for them. 5-Word Life started with a simple observation. The most important truths in life, the ones that actually change how a person lives, can almost always be said in 5 words. Not because they are simple, because clarity is a gift. And most things worth understanding do not need to be complicated to land hard. Think about it. Every piece of wisdom you have ever received that actually stayed with you, that you still carry years later, it was probably short. A sentence, maybe less. It was not a lecture. It was not a framework. It was 5 words, or something close to it, delivered at the right moment by the right voice. The most powerful ideas in the world do not need paragraphs. They need precision. And 5 words, the right 5 words, can change the direction of a life. So that is what this show is. Every episode opens with 5 words, a truth, a challenge, a reframe, something worth carrying. And then we spend the rest of the episode unpacking what those 5 words actually mean for your life, right now, in the season you are actually in. Not for some future version of you who has everything figured out. For you today, with what you have, in the circumstances you are actually living. Every episode is built around one question. What is the thing most people are not saying out loud about this topic? And what happens when we finally say it? Because that is what I think is missing from most of the content people consume about personal growth and mindset and living well. Not more information, not more frameworks. Honesty. Real, unhurried, unfiltered honesty about the things that are actually hard. The fear that masquerades as wisdom. The patterns inherited from people who never chose them either. The gap between who you are and who you are capable of being, and why that gap persists even when you know it is there. We talk about those things here. We name them. We sit with them long enough to understand them. And then we move towards something useful. This is not a show about having all the answers. It is a show about asking the right questions honestly enough that you start finding your own. You will not agree with everything said here. Good. A conversation that only confirms what you already believe is not a conversation worth having. What I want for every person who listens is not to feel validated in where they already are. I want them to feel challenged in the direction of where they are capable of going. You will hear episodes about fear, about time, about the patterns that run your life without your permission, about what it actually means to win, about the discipline of doing and the cost of not doing it, about the people in your life and what your presence and your absence say about what you value, about purpose and what it means when you finally stop avoiding yours. Every episode has a different 5-word theme, but every episode is asking the same question. Are you actually living, or are you just going through the motions of a life that was designed by someone else? Here's what this show will not do. It will not tell you to wake up at 5 in the morning. It will not recommend a supplement. It will not celebrate hustle culture or grind, or any version of success that requires you to hollow yourself out to achieve it. What it will do is be honest. Every single time. Even when honesty is uncomfortable. Especially then. So here's what I need from you. Not a review, though those do help. Not a share, though those matter too. What I need is for you to actually listen. To bring yourself to these episodes rather than just letting them play in the background. Because the person this show is designed for is someone who is ready to be honest about their own life. And that person deserves to be spoken to directly. If something in an episode hits you, that is not a coincidence. That is the thing worth looking at. That is 5-word life. One truth, 5 words, your life. New episodes are available every week on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Amazon Music. Subscribe so you do not miss one. And welcome, genuinely. Thank you for trusting me with your subscription and your time. 5-word life.